cool. That should be live now. Excellente. Let me get my map up. All right, Fancy Pants. We are good to go. That is cleared. That is cleared. Excellent. All right, cool. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, basically, you guys found the barrow. You dug into the entrance. You went inside. You were like, oh man, this place stinks. And you realized that there was some weird necrotic energy that's sapping your strength after every amount of time, turn / whatever. And you made your way through some rooms, looking at some stuff. You found a journal, something about some ancient evil came by and was brought plague and whatever and bad shit upon everyone. And then they were buried in or sealed in. And you found a crack. And you looked inside, and there was shiny stuff that was glittering, but it was, like, way down there. And then, yep, you made your way through some rooms. Caster decided that he wanted to touch things that are better left untouched, and he got hit on the head with some spike balls. And you detonated an impressive fire trap successfully and cautiously at the loss of 1 rope. But it was pretty cool to see the pyrotechnics in full effect. And then we made it into a room, started looking around. You guys were trying to determine which direction you wanted to go. I think you picked a direction you wanted to go. You went to the door, and that was about as far as we got before we attempted to open, unlock, check traps, and all that good shit on the door. So, that is where we pick up.
So, checking the door.
Checking the door.
Yeah, and for the sake of recap, the door that you are currently looking at is a door made of wood. You are checking the door for traps, I assume?
Yes, traps
Okay.
and checking to see if it's locked or stuck.
Okay, but in which order are we doing this?
Traps, locked, stuck.
Okay, traps first. Go ahead and roll for me. I have to say it because, you know, it could be like, yeah, let's check if it's locked.
Hey guys, I rolled minimum, but I still broke 10. Rogue things.
From your investigation to this particular door, it doesn't really look trapped.
Should be good, guys.
Want me to poke it?
Locked.
Yeah, is it locked?
You jiggle the handle. It is not locked.
Seems pretty okay to me.
Well, let me get in there and
Where's our door kicker?
Do your thing, Mr. Strongman.
As he'll approach the door and give it a push or pull, depending on where he thinks the hinges are, or whatever works best, you know.
So you go up and you give the door a little nudge and kathunk. It does not budge.
Like it's stuck, or can I pull it open?
Let me let me rephrase that. You attempt to push and it does not go. You attempt to pull and it does not go.
Okay, so do we want to burn it down like last time, or are we good for me to try to kick this door open?
Eldritch blast it.
Just keep coming up with new ideas.
Do I get to step up here now? It is only wood, so... Hey, wait, where are the hinges? Are they visible?
You can see the hinges, yes.
I would like to target the hinges with a frostbite spell and try to freeze them and make them nice and brittle.
That's fair. Okay.
So we can just kick the door in.
I assume
Cool,
frostbite is one of your cantrips, yeah?
Yes. Here, I will cast
Fair
it.
enough. As I said, one of your many cantrips. So.
Yes, I will soon have more.
No, Ash, we can't use fire on the doors. We're inside. There's low oxygen.
He said that to you?
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, so you successfully freeze over the hinges with your frostbite spell. because the door's constitution is probably like a 4. So we'll just say it passively.
Am
fails.
door. Yes, the door is made of door.
Mhm,
Ash,
mhm.
would you like to be the one to kick it? Is that
Nope.
was mean to you?
I wasn't mean to her. She was quoting Nocris from last session.
Oh.
Yeah, but Marcus is bigger than me.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody kick in the fucking door.
I need to make a strength check for this since it's
Of
already
course.
brittle. What do you want? Strength
Yeah, roll
or
strength. Yeah. So you step up
Oh
and
Jesus!
you give this one of the famous "This is Sparta" Leonidas punts, and the door breaks clean off the hinges easily.
So how much did I actually miss? Because my output decided to switch on me,
Oh.
and I never
Uh,
noticed.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. So basically, we recapped. We got in here. We checked the door, see if it was trapped or locked. It wasn't. We tried to open the door. It was not working. It was stuck.
Okay.
Talia decided that instead of this time trying to burn the door, we were going to freeze the hinges, and so we froze the hinges. And then there was a big debate about who was going to try to kick the door open or potentially fire it open. But that was, I guess, shot down. And yep. And then Azzy stepped up and rolled a 19 on his strength check against kicking the door and launched it clean off the hinges as they were already frozen, about 20 feet in the room.
All right, sounds good. I didn't miss the important bits.
Nope. So, the door is now open. You've launched the door. You've launched the door off the hinges, probably till about where you're drawing the green smiley face or the oof, whatever you want to call it, on the
I
door.
tried to write door.
Fair enough. There you go. That is the door right there. Perfect.
Hello? Anybody home?
All right, so you enter the room. Among this room, you find a whole bunch of nothing. Well, let me rephrase. You don't totally find a whole bunch of nothing, but you find nothing of immaculate interest. In this room, you find spiraling red stones in intricate carvings along the floor. Scattered throughout the room, you find various devices and implements of torture. But beyond that, you find disuse, refuse, and rubble.
Do I detect anything with my detect magic spell?
In this room,
Pretty sure that's still up.
yeah, from last time, yeah. In this room, let me just check. Nope. You do not find anything of interest in this room. Wait, hold on. Did we? You already know that this door is magicked because you dispelled it, I believe, right? So, if I remember correctly from last session, we dispelled that door, but then we decided to go north. So,
Correct.
yes, in which case, you do not detect anything magical. And as he just yeets himself all the way over to the other door.
Sounds like Azzy noped the fuck out of Torture Land.
Question in regards to this: do the torture devices look like they are part of the original design, or do they look like they are newer in comparison to the overall aesthetic of the room?
Go ahead and give me an investigation. Or, yeah, investigation. That's fair.
Okay, let's see. Do. 8, good sir.
As best as you're able to determine, these devices were here in the original use of this room.
Okay. Not exactly thrilling to know.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah. I guess I will go down here just to see where this leads, since it's cut off and it looks like it bends. And do I see into a room that we've already kind of been in?
So
If
you look
memory serves.
down the hallway, and
Mhm.
at the end you see a familiar wooden portcullis that is closed. And in front of you is another portcullis, which is open. And there is a door that is immediately to the right past the portcullis,
Right.
which is made of wood.
Okay. So, knowing that, I can probably guesstimate that this door leads into that room as well, based on what the design of the room was when we passed it, correct?
Correct. Yeah, when you came
Okay.
into that room originally and opted to take the southernmost door, you can get a rough estimation based upon the placement of the portcullis that, yeah, it makes sense that that door likely connects to the other room that you were already in previously.
Okay. In that case, I will turn to the two compatriots that are still in this room and just relay that it leads back to where we've been already, so we should probably go and join the others at the door to the north in the other room before they yeet themselves into trouble potentially.
Agreed.
3, 2, 1.
Or stone, right?
All about yeeting. The door in front of you in this room is made of stone, correct?
Any hinges?
No visible hinges.
How do you want to do your thing?
Yep. No visible hinges, damn. Okay, checking
I'm
for
gonna
traps.
cast guidance on Talia.
Add my d4 to this.
If you want.
Probably shouldn't have done that, but I already said it before I really calculated
It's-
fail or
It's
That's
fine, it's a
fair.
cantrip.
It's fair. So, yeah, that door definitely not trapped.
Okay.
So you can even like tell the door's history, and you know like its astrological sign, and it's just like, yeah, it's not trapped.
God damn.
Cool. Is it locked?
Nope.
Is it? Okay. I pull the door open and give like a little flourish and be like,
Kathunk.
"Come on inside." No, what?
It
Shit!
sticks. It sticks. You aren't able to open the door.
Damn it! Who'da fucking thunk? Doors inside of an ancient fucking dungeon are stuck.
I mean, isn't
Turns
it
out things
weird?
made of stone are heavy.
Like this temple like sinks underground, and like shit shifts around, and like doors just don't open anymore. It's so weird. Make better doors, God.
Seriously. Go back in time, talk to the people who designed this place, make better fucking doors.
That's right. Send in
Can I-
Karen. All right,
Can
so you're gonna try to force the door. All right, how would you like to force the door?
With this crowbar? As Kalia pulls a crowbar after she chuckles at you trying to kick a stone door down.
I kind of put my weight up against it and just shove.
Okay. So you press up against it and begin to shove, and it starts to give way, and it opens. No monumentous slamming.
I mean, the door probably weighs as much as I do, so.
Sure, yeah, but I mean it's on hinges, so you know. So okay, and then once you cross the threshold, you hear some noises behind you.
Okay, if turn order appeared, I'm going to go ahead and click on my token. Should I roll?
What the
Go
fuck?
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
God.
Rip.
Yes.
Hope that everybody's got their backups ready.
I'm confident in surviving until my turn. Out of pure hope.
Hey, Caster, who's got the higher dex here?
I'm assuming
Maybe? Maybe me. I'm a charisma person, remember?
I got 14.
Okay, I've got 15, so I'm only 1 point higher.
I assumed you, but I wasn't sure. Where's myself all nice and even numbers because of
That's a lot of
the
zombies.
negatives and stats that gave me
Or
bonuses.
whatever these things are. Vampires? I don't know. Don't touch
The
me!
tokens look like the baby vampires, but that might just be because of tokens.
Jimmy,
Also,
what's your-
I learned after last session that picking up a level on fighter actually gets me proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons.
You can be not unarmored.
I know! I can have like an AC of 16. It's gonna be beautiful. Just need
That
to get
may
the
wo-
armor first.
Also, that way you don't keep forgetting to cast mage armor, and it
Yeah.
messing you up.
I have a shield if you want it.
I might actually take that if you have an extra.
I do.
Sweet.
Alright.
It's even magical.
All right, so, in this moment of shock and awe, this particular vampire here, who we'll call the ringleader for all intents and purposes, speaks to you and kind of cackles in their rather raspy and aged voice. Such a sweet treat finds its way. You will be ours for the feasting.
Oh, fun.
The rest of them kind of prepare themselves in gleeful excitement, as they have not seen anything living in quite some time. They don't know Celestial, but they can tell that it wasn't phrased in a friendly way.
Yeah.
Bum bitch.
I don't know if they might not actually speak Infernal, but
Oh
you
my
know.
god, that says burn bitch.
It's burn. It's burn. It's very close together.
I thought it said bum.
Bum bitch. All right, so that's the new phrase now. It's bum bitch.
I would never be so
There you
confident.
go.
Everybody's just ripping out their burn bitches in various languages now. Sweet. Bum
I just got
bitch.
one question for you, Junie. These things drop from the ceiling.
Maybe.
Son of a bitch.
They were hanging around, just waiting
Yep.
in a slumber, a deep slumber. One might even call it a torpor. Okay.
Hey, I know that one.
At least a couple of them react. All right, so that being stated, let me go ahead and organize this because they will not opt to pounce upon you in the moment of excitement, as they are a little out of practice, I guess maybe is the right phrasing I'll use, considering it's probably been a few 100 years since they've moved. So I ordered that in the wrong way.
Oh, we're going
Oh,
backwards
more
in
to
this
say,
I
shit
yeah.
now?
just realized that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. All right, there we go. That's correct. Therefore, it is this particular bum bitch's turn. And she gonna walk this way.
Walk this way.
And she gonna
Right
attack Ash.
Fuck.
She gonna try to bite Ash with the bitey bites. Crit fail.
Bites
So-
the floor.
All right. Bites the floor with mighty fangs that are now chewing some stone. Delicious.
Chipped fangs can't bite anymore. Can't do a bite attack.
Unfortunately, it was not that vicious of a bite. So it is now
Ash, step on her head.
the next vampire.
I wish.
So bum bitch number 2 is going to attack Talia with a claw strike.
Oh, surprise, surprise. I'm sure it'll hit a 12.
You still have your cloak, yes?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, you got hit. And you take 10 slashing.
Can I yell at them in Druidic? Do they know Druidic?
Probably.
No.
I mean, basically, the way that vampires work in terms of their knowledge of things is whatever language they spoke or had spoken prior to being turned is the language that they know, unless they have been taught anything since specifically. And many of these individuals do not know many of these what I'll call common tongues.
Damn.
All right, so next Spawn's turn. And they're going to come over here. And they are going to claw at Gaster. Right, exactly. I mean, they probably know some really ancient dialects of the languages that you're familiar with. So they have an understanding, potentially, of what you're saying, but they probably don't get everything that you're saying.
I don't know. If you yell bum bitch, I'm pretty sure everybody in the room is going to understand.
Well, I mean, maybe. Because maybe they don't know what bum is.
No, I understand the gesture though. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is a hit. The claw strike is a hit on you, caster, for 8 slashing. All right. And the next, the ringleader, Biatch, is going to move into ordering position, point, and tell the others in a awkwardly ancient tongue that you don't understand really, but because of her pointing, you assume she's telling everyone to basically get you. And that is her turn. Ash, you are up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to move back here. And I'm going to cast Wall of Thorns.
Which direction or way are you making those motions?
I will mark it in 1 second.
Because my thought is you probably will draw an attack of opportunity from at least one of the vampires if you're moving through. If you're going around Nokris, you will draw potentially 2. If you go through Nokris, you'll draw potentially 1. Because this one would be able to try to take a swing at you.
That's fine. It's not
So-
a big deal.
Okay. They didn't hit you, so you're fine. A 12 is not high enough.
I was gonna say, I would also make sure that I do make it easier for Ash to have an escape route behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I just duck between Nokris's legs real fast.
Whoop. Low bridge. All right, so you are drawing the shape of your wall.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty, so
And that's just in case you need that again.
right, so I just need to roll their DC Dex saves first for what 1, 2, 3 of them that are caught in it.
The other 2 are just behind it.
Okay,
And it's as tall as I can get it, so it's only 10 feet tall.
which is pretty close to the ceiling. All right, so the first one fails. So second one in the middle passes. And third one at the bottom fails. So basically, top one fails, middle one passed, bottom one fails. So the top one takes what, 64 damage? If I'm reading that correctly, 24 initial and 40 and is stuck. So 64. Okay, bottom 164, and it's stuck. And the middle one takes 24.
And can I also use a bonus action?
Mhm.
Was that a yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm also gonna cast Flame Blade.
Well, so, if I'm not mistaken, Flame Blade is concentration.
You're right. That's right.
So, okay.
Never mind.
Yeah.
JK!
It's all good. I just want to make sure we're on the right page.
Couldn't do it anyways because your second spell would have to be a cantrip. Well, technically, when you do 2 spells in a turn, you can cast a cantrip as an action, but then you can cast another spell as a bonus action. I don't know if it works the other way around though. Where if you cast a spell as an action, you can cast a cantrip as a bonus action, but you otherwise cannot cast 2 spells in a turn.
Either way, that's my turn. It's fine.
No biggie deal. All right, so let me think about this. If that went up and they dodged it, are they outside of like a reactive dodge to not be in the wall anymore? Or is that simply they're able to move uninhibited next turn without being caught? How about I leave them where they are? And we'll just make them move as normal next turn. All right, Azzy. You heard some shit in the other room.
Always when I'm not looking.
Well, I mean, you keep moving forward.
It's 25 points of movement to get here, right?
You should go 5, 10, then you go 15, 20 to get through Ash, and then 25 to move it to the position you're in.
This is where I want to be, and I will take 2 swings at the one directly south. Yeah.
Okay.
Remind me, caster.
That is a hit. That is not. So 4 points of damage.
Has that one already had a turn?
The one that you're attacking has, yes, had a turn.
Okay. I am also going to make one of those attacks a trip attack.
Okay.
So they need to roll a. Actually, do the.
You roll strength, they roll strength or dex.
Yeah.
When you hit with a weapon attack, you spend 1 superiority die. So let me do the superiority die first. I think that's a D10. So they take 12 damage total, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw DC 14. On failure, you knock the target prone.
Very well. So this is a medium. So basically, I'm assuming it doesn't have any bonus or debuff to the roll, so it's just a strength check. Yeah, so they're on the ground. Happy birthday to the ground.
Which one is that? The one directly south of you on the map?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
That way, if anybody wants to take pot shots at it with advantage, they can.
Oh yeah. Advantage sneak attacks. Let's do this.
That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. It is now this vampire bitch caught in the web / web of thorns turn. And they have to try to do what? A dex save to get free? Because they're going to attempt to frantically break free because they are not in the correct mental state for keeping a cool head among such devastation.
Yeah. The first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha. So they failed. So they take additional damage. Do you have to keep rolling, or is it? I think you just roll damage, right?
I believe so.
I think
when
so.
you
Seven-
is you got to
7d8
roll
on a
each
fail.
time.
Okay, so this particular vampire spawn kind of they become one with the wall in such a
Ouch.
way that is made of blood, and they are no more. It goes a little something like this, and yep, blood makes the grass grow.
The thorns are now slick.
No, they're gonna do.
And make a thorns dance.
I was gonna say they're gonna do the little dance. All right, so next vampire's turn. This one down here by the door wants to join the party and is going to try to claw at Talia.
I'm gonna impose disadvantage on that.
Very well.
Protector.
Shield me. I think a 19 still hits though. And roll for
Especially given that
damage.
my disadvantage roll thing is not back up yet.
Correct. 8 slashing. And that is the end of that vampire's turn. It is now the swan's turn. And they are going to attack Ezzy with the claw. And they are going to miss.
I
And
know.
they are going to cry. And
I'm the hardest hit motherfucker here. Come on, man.
And so it becomes this other frantically stuck vampire's turn. Well, they will attempt to see if they die or, you know, water the lawn.
Jesus.
And,
That is one way of putting it.
And they have failed to properly evade the trap. So we will do a 7d8 damage roll yet again. And they fucked.
I love that fucking spell. That's so.
It's got a little growth there, a little energy.
Should I be afraid of the fact that the druid keeps laughing in Infernal and wanting to burn things?
I mean, that's up to you.
I mean,
Have you
Polly
made
is
her
not
mad?
really in good standing with Ash right now, so I might be a little worried.
I was gonna say, have you made her mad recently?
Dun dun dun.
Not recently, man. That was like a week and a half ago.
Was it though?
That counts as recent.
I think it was like 2 days ago.
Ash is not easily forgiving.
All right, so that
Yeah,
vampire
yeah,
is rip. Rest in pepperonis. And now it is this vampire who's basically caught over here on the side, can't do much of anything, and is kind of questioning life. And they are going to kind of inquisitively poke at the wall of thorns to see if they can figure out what it is exactly, or if they can make it through it. Can clearly tell that it's magic, but you know, they kind of reach their hand in to poke at it. And we'll see if they get stuck.
It bites them.
It does in fact actually bite them. As they poke at it and are ensnared. Continuing to try to wrest themselves out of the trap, they further entangle themselves and continue to be torn and shredded.
Oh man, where's Felucia? I need that fucking kobold leg just to wave around.
You're not wrong. You want to go ahead and roll another 78 for me? Or no, is it when they are ensnared that they take the damage, or is it when they end their turn? Oh, it's when they fail
I
their,
don't
it's when
know.
they fail the check, right? When they fail the dex check.
The first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there,
Okay, perfect.
it must make a dexterity saving throw.
It did not, so it takes 35 points of damage.
So you could potentially get fucked by that wall twice in a turn, if I'm reading that correctly.
I mean, if you start your turn there and you fail, you would only take damage once. If the
Right.
spell
But if you
is-
enter your turn there, on your turn there, somehow survive the damage.
Well, I think it would only be if you enter the wall on your turn. So basically, if it's your turn and you move into it, you would take damage
Okay.
and have to make the dex save. And then you would not have to do it again at the end of your turn.
Right.
If you are stuck in the wall and fail the dex check, you're not going to be able to move in the first place. But if you opt to try to escape, then you have to roll the dex to see if you break free. And that's
Right,
basically the end of your
okay.
turn.
Gotcha.
So,
So first time bit applies to both parts.
correct. So, the next vampire is this one who just witnessed their friend basically get consumed by this wall. So they're like, no, I'm good. And they're going to head down this way.
Yeets itself into the next room. Yeah, fuck you.
Nokris, you are up.
All right. I will
Do paladin things?
pretty much.
Shoot
We're
at the
not
wall.
going to do a
with-
fireball cannon again?
No,
about-
I mean,
trust me, it's not going to work as well this time. Things will get burned that I don't want to get burned.
This is a fair point.
like Azzy's eyebrows?
No, like all of Azzy, you, potentially Ash.
Since
Me.
it's not a single target, I'll be fine. I'll probably take 0 damage. Throw that out
Controlled
there.
detonation is a thing.
I am going to cast Divine Favor, which is a bonus action for me. It's concentration. Your prayer empowers your weapon Divine Radiance, so until the spell ends, I get an extra 1d4 radiant damage, and I am going to attack the lady that's within reach of me, which is right here.
All right. Lady in reach. You hit. A 23 is definitely high enough to hit.
Okay, so my greatsword will do 12, and then the d4, I'll just use what already rolled, unless you want me to roll again.
That's fine. We'll just use 3.
Okay, so that'll be 15 points of damage in total. Which I don't know if Radiant does anything else to them.
Nope.
And that is my turn as I hunker in this spot and begin fighting.
Okay. Very well. It is Thalia's turn.
Yay! Yay! Talia gets to do things! Alright, who's the last fucker to stab me? Or claw, or bite, or whatever?
Last person to hit you is this one.
Alright, wait, hold on. This one here is on the ground, right?
Correct.
Prone?
Prone as prone can be.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna go after that one.
Mhm,
So, roll with advantage and sneak attack. Yeehaw!
okay. Double
stab
down on
me.
fun.
Doop-boop-a-doo.
All right, so yes, 25 hits and 14 points of damage.
Stabby. And then bonus action disengage
Okay.
and get the fuck out.
Okay.
Next person. Have fun, cleric.
All right, Caster. It is your turn. We're gonna turn some undead. All right. They have to resist what for the thing now? It was like your spell
A
attack.
17 wisdom.
17 wisdom check. All right.
Oof.
So
Rip.
so I'll start closest to you. Right there. She fails. So she flees.
I can't remember the things. I pushed that just in case.
That's right. And that's the benefits that you have from your bonus to the feat or whatever
From
it was.
being, from being eighth up, what's now that if it's a CR1 or lower, it just dies if it fails.
Right, so they are not CR1, but
Okay, I couldn't remember, so I played it safe.
all right, so I'm trying to read now for the running.
It's just a feared effect, I think.
All right, so they have to get at least 30 feet away from you, if possible. And if there's nowhere for them to move, they can use the dodge action, apparently. But otherwise they have to dash to try to get away, 30 distance from you. So let me see here. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So I think if I go there, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Actually, it doesn't have to move there yet. I just remembered now that I'm moving it that the turn on dead doesn't trigger until they actually get to their turn where they have to run. So, that one failed. Let me roll for the rest. I'm going to go southeast of Azzy next. Failed. South of Azzy. Passed. Southwest. Failed. West. Failed. North one in the trap. Failed. South one in the trap. Failed. And I'm assuming because the one that's in the other room can't see you, they're not affected by it at current.
Oh, they're
So-
not affected because they're at 30 feet, but yeah.
Yeah, they're outside of range, but... okay, so... everything except for this one that is prone basically has failed. Fun. Alright, so is that the end of your turn? Okay.
I heal Talia.
There you go.
You get 9 back.
Yep. Much better.
Thus concludes your turn.
Yes.
Alright, vampire to the south. Not turned, but must stand up. Stands up. And then we'll attempt to attack Azzy. With a bite attack. And 17 doesn't make it.
Shield, bitch.
Because Azzy's a fucking truck. And, yep, she basically is going to just stand there now because she can't run. Because she stood up. So, end of her turn. It is now this one's turn, but it's got to run away from caster. So we go 5. Oh, Ash gets an attack for opportunity.
Attack of opportunity. What?
Yeah, the vampire spawn basically has to flee, and it was within 5 feet of you, and you're facing, so you're able to swing and hit it should you want to attack it with one of your combat attacks.
I don't think I have any combat attacks.
Well, you have any weapons of a sort you're going to hit it with? Like a staff, sword?
I can swing at it with my staff at the woodlands, I guess.
Yeah, if it has bludgeoning damage, I mean, it's something, right?
It's still a magical quarterstaff, so. I think.
Doesn't even need to be magical. It has resistance, but it would still take damage, it'd just be reduced.
Okay, Knight's looking at my thing.
Okay. So I know that the default attack from it or whatever is a spell, that it's basically used for the spell components of it as like a item. So a 2 is a miss.
So she's got +7 to hit with it. So
So a 9 is a miss. Fair enough. Alright, so it continues its journey to flee from Castor. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And so it shall end its turn. Alright, the next vampire spawn, the one that I was looking at just before, basically is going to run, and Castor gets an attack of opportunity. Should he wish to impart it. And that is a hit. For 10, I believe. And the vampire spawn gets where it's going.
It'd only be 7. The Divine Strike only was activated on my turn.
Okay, fair enough. 7. Okay. And that vampire's turn. And it is now this one over here inside the wall, who's going to have a really bad time in a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20. So they got to try to flee. So they're going to attempt to flee, which is probably not going to go so hot. Oof. I rolled a 22. All right. So they managed to worm their way free. And let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they're like, all right. I don't like that guy. And I don't know how I just slipped through this buttery wall of death, but I did.
I wave.
Ash, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to use Thorn Whip on the vampire that's directly south of me.
Okay.
John,
Yes.
that vampire that just moved,
Mhm.
you know, it's 20 feet of movement, right, to get out of that web or the thorns.
Yep. And they only had to move 10 more. But theoretically, they would use a dash action if they had to be able to make up the distance.
That's right. I'm sorry.
It's all good. So Thorn Whip, 19 hits, 11 points of shrashing damage. It's piercing, apparently, huh?
Yep, that's it. It's my turn.
Okay. Okay. As you're up.
I'm gonna. Ooh. Actually, I should probably stay where I am. This one is the only one not feared right now, right?
Correct. The one to the south of you is the only one that is not currently affected by Turn Undead. Yes, the 22 is a hit. Yes, the 15 is a hit.
Okay.
So 8 total damage. Unless you're going to use some other funky goodness.
Quite possibly. I'm gonna use a bonus action to Shield Master Shove this one, so that way I'm not using a superiority dice, but I'm going to try to knock them down again.
Okay.
Um,
I believe this is the one where they have the option of using Dex as well
yes.
as yeah.
If you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. If you aren't incapacitated, you can add yeah, so all it does is say try to shove a creature within 5 feet. So I don't know if that's actually a knockdown. I think we were using it as knockdown before.
What was it? Shove?
Yeah, push. It would only really push them 5 feet away, theoretically.
That comes from your shield master feat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just looks like it's a shove backwards.
I'm checking out right now. Ah, here it is. It can be a prone from the looks of it.
What would the DC be on that?
It's contested.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Strength athletics
so
versus strength
at the
athletics.
at the end of the skill, it literally will tell you that if you succeed, you can either knock it prone or push it 5 feet away.
Okay. You said strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Yeah. Let's see.
Plus 6.
Did you roll
also
strength save or strength athletics? I mean, I'm
rolled
sure they're the same, but
strength save.
Oof, it was close. They rolled a 9.
Jesus.
So yeah, they're like, okay, that was cool. What else you got?
Oh, don't tempt me, motherfucker. Bitch.
Bum bitch. Yeah, but she said it like really weirdly, like, I gotta get out of you, because that's ancient language for you right there.
Kill them as if they insulted you.
Fuck it. I action surge and attack 2 more times. Bitch.
All right, bum bitch gets hit and does not get hit. So bum bitch takes another 4.
This one's a trip attack too. Fuck you.
All right.
Where's my D10? Plus 10 damage. Fuck you.
Yep. You clocked her. You want to do the trip attempt?
Yeah, it's a DC 14 for this one.
Okay, so
Strength.
Proned.
Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah, bum bitch.
Haymaker out of nowhere after he swung the sword.
yeah, you put that bum bitch on the bottom.
Whoa. It's a little too meta. A little too meta for these ancient vampires. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's it.
There are many more vampires to go.
Yes. Next up is this one here, who is going to flee. So 5 attack of opportunity from Azzy if you would like to attempt it. So we got 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, and a hit for 10. Excellent. right, and that is the end of their turn. It is now this one's turn. He's going to attempt to flee as well. They are 5, 10, 15, so 20 attack of opportunity draw, 25, 30. So as you can try to hit that one again. You do for 5. And that is the end of its turn. It is now the poor one that is stuck up here trying to flee. And we will find out if they shred themselves to nasty bits. Haha, they do in fact. For how much damage?
Hold on, I gotta scroll back up to get
Okay.
the thing.
You can also just do /R78.
Shh.
28. So they
I mean-
survive, but are still stuck. And cannot run any farther. So I don't even know if there's an effective rule on that because they can't move, but need to try to move, but can't.
Try
They
to take
tried
the
and
dodge.
got stuck.
They would have to dodge, yeah, I
Right.
think.
But even then, they can't dodge the wall, you know?
They
Like-
tried
Well-
their best. It's
right.
I guess
They,
that's all we
their
can
their
ask.
action is a dodge, and that's ends their turn.
They dodged into more vines apparently.
Right.
Well, that just means they're not going to be moving anywhere, so
Exactly.
I guess we get to keep on trying to hit them.
Well, they're inside. They're inside the wall. We kind of, I think we disclosed
Starting
from
to
prior incidents that you're not really able to hit one of them as trapped in the wall because it's not something you can see through.
They are tree trunk vines made of death.
All right. That being said, it is now the next vampire's
It-
turn,
Fines.
who is in this room and is going to continue to eat themselves and jump in the hole.
Yeet.
And Nokris, it is your turn.
All right. I will move over here, since that one is still on the ground. And I will strike at it with my greatsword. So I should get advantage on this, correct?
They are prone. Yep.
Okay. Does an 18 hit?
It does indeed.
All right.
So what is that? 11 plus 3 from your bonus.
I can. I think I just roll it every
You do.
time.
You got
so-
a 3 anyways, so.
Yeah. So
Four-
14.
Mhm.
I will choose to also divine smite this.
Okay.
And I will burn
Fuck
a
that
third level
vampire up.
slot.
Okay.
I think it's. Let me just double check. Yeah. 16.
All right, so it takes an additional 16 radiant.
28 versus plus 28. Oh, and it also gets an extra D8 because it's undead, which,
Do it live.
yeah, because they take an extra D8 of damage if they're undead. Or fiend, which I believe they're undead, correct?
They
They're
are
not
un-
some
they are
special
undead.
vampire.
No, they're not.
If they're not
Okay.
undead, I have some questions about why they ran away from me.
So they take 18 damage from the Divine Smite in total for a grand total of 32.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that is my turn.
All righty. Talia, you're up. All right, major image illusion cast on that particular vampire in the corner. Oh, behind them. Okay. What are you channeling behind them?
Making an image of Castor.
I'm assuming that is, in fact, correct, right? I didn't see a confirmation, yes or no, but I assume that's probably correct.
I think Castor died. Not Castor, Talia. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's probably just aggro.
Sorry. Yes, I accidentally clicked my mute button. Sorry, new headset. What was the question? I missed it.
What did you mirror, or major image, rather? I saw you selected where, but we assumed that you're maybe making a major image of Castor.
Yes, of Castor doing all his turn undeading things, shining with the glory of Bahamut, all that jazz.
Yep. Okay.
So
basically,
including sound, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted. I can't do anything that's going to deal damage directly. And yes, I can also move it if necessary. So that spot right there. Flee in fear. Make your decision, vampires.
well, I don't know if they're going to really be able to move because, they can't go past.
There's 2 casters.
Right. They can't get 30. It's not possible for them to get 30 away without running closer to a target, which they're not supposed to do. So basically, they'll just be doing
Or
a
into
dodge
the
action.
thorn wall.
Right. They'll just be doing a dodge action. Does it have... I have to go back and read it. Does it have any definition about whether or not there's the ability for them to get farther away from a target after getting closer?
It's for the minute that it's up. They have to keep trying. If I get closer, they have to try and get farther away again.
Right. And the minute lasts... A minute is basically, 10 rounds of combat? 6
Yeah.
rounds of combat?
Yep.
Something like that?
Yeah,
10.
6, whichever one that we're going by. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
one of those 2.
If we want to go with 2nd edition D&D, that's 1 round of combat.
Right. Slow AF.
Yes. But thankfully this is 5th. Thank God.
Mhm.
Fuck that go.
All right, so in that realm, then I'm pretty sure that they are just going to be taking dodge actions and not moving because they can't move. So,
All right.
anything more on your turn?
Then Talia still has a move left, and she is going to approach to here.
Okay.
Let me double check and see what else I can actually do with my cunning action. I believe there's a bunch of things that I can do with it, but I want to make sure because I don't actually know them all because I usually just. Yeah. Okay. I can only do dash, disengage, or hide, and I don't like hiding. So, all right.
Mhm.
Next person. Caster,
Okay.
do your thing.
Caster, it is in fact your turn.
I'm gonna stab the one on the ground.
Okay. .22 is a hit for 8.
Yep. And then I will walk.
Then you will expire from the scene as your token explodes into nothingness. As you potentially hit delete or backspace or something of that kind, which removes
It was
you from
delete. For some reason, I decided that
I was
would be a
like-
good thing. Push the talk.
Did you touch a magical wall again and disappear?
You were actually, one north of there, I think?
Mm-hmm.
I was there too.
Yep.
Then 15, 20, 25.
You did it again.
No, I keep forgetting what my push to talk is. And hitting delete.
Well, you can deselect your character token if you're not going to be moving if you want to
Yeah.
talk.
I didn't think about it. I was just trying to do both at the same time. So I was counting out spaces.
Okay. So you moved and then attacked. And then you're going to try to move again?
And then finished my movement. Yeah, I thought we could split up the movement between our actions.
Yes, I believe that's valid still. You didn't
What
try
is it?
You didn't try to
Using
cast a
my-
spell.
No.
Move, partial move attack, finish move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I'll go here just to make it even worse for the two vampires between myself and the illusion. And then end my
That's-
turn.
I would say those poor bastards, but they're evil.
Right. Okay, end of your turn. It goes around. Oh, it took you off the chart because you deleted your token. Let me put you back on. Okay. This vampire that is prone going to attempt to get back up. Shocker. They got back up. They are going to turn and attempt to claw at Talia.
Disadvantage is up,
Mhm.
so.
They missed either way. So, big whiff.
Rip.
But they're back on their feet, and they're looking pretty fucked.
Like a bum bitch, would you say?
Like a bum bitch. Alright, so it is now this spawn's turn. And because of the current allotment of position, I believe it is actually valid for them to attempt to flee to the east, because they are in fact distancing themselves from both images of Caster at the same time. So they will attempt to move east, which gives Caster the attempt to hit with an attack of opportunity. And then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so the 10 did not hit. And you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Means they had to dash to get that extra distance. That should be correct now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Nope, still isn't. 10, 15. It's still 25. How about that? Jesus. Straight diagonals. Straight diagonals. That should be 30. There we go. Alright, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so they still have enough. Alright, so with dash, they are able to successfully get the distance they need to be away from you. End of their turn. It is now this vampire's turn. And if I'm reading the directional proportions correctly, the only option they have is try to flee through the wall. And they are going to attempt it. So I will do a dex save, which is not good. And then we'll find out how much they get chewed up for. 32.
Laughs in Infernal.
Alright, so took a little bit of damage there. Can't move any further. Considering they have to now take a dodge action, which won't really matter anyways, so this is the end of their turn. And it is now the vampire on the other side of the wall who can no longer see you because they can't see through the wall. And they're going to kind of pace around the wall looking for a potential entrance to get back in through and not find one, so they will end their turn there. Ash, it is now your turn.
I'm a thorn whip this bitch in front of Ezzy.
Thorn whip this bitch. All right. Uh, 12 does not hit.
Fuck. All right.
Fair enough. And so ends the turn of Ash. It begins the turn of Azzy. I'm assuming you're attacking the one that's in front of you for 18, which is a hit for 3.
They're still standing.
Yep. Not by much.
What about now?
They are now dead.
All right. I'm gonna move here.
Okay. Does thusly conclude the turn of Azzy?
Actually. So, wait a minute. Where is Shieldmaster Shove?
My response here is, now you're thinking with portals.
So I don't know how that works, because the way this reads, if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. So
Okay.
I attacked, then moved.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that unless you had the ability to attack again.
Okay, cool. Nope, that's it.
Okay. It is now the next vampire's turn. And they will basically just dodge. Stay where they are, because they are basically pinned to the wall here right now. They can't move. They are scared and afraid. I would say naked and afraid, but yeah, maybe pretty close to naked and afraid. Lost in the wilderness somewhere in this underground cave, and that is the end of their turn. Next, vampire's turn. They are currently only seeing one of the two images based upon the corner of the wall that is protecting them from being able to see the other, but they have to run away. So they are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And I still need to keep going. So 45, 50, 55. To run away. And that is the end of their turn, but as you get attack of opportunity as they come into melee range with you.
Fucking sweet.
God. 25 for 7 is a hit. Okay. And thus ends the turn of the vampire that ran around the room. Thus begins the turn of the vampire that is stuck in the wall. That actually doesn't have to try to run away from Caster this time. However, they're going to attempt to break free because they want to come back and get back at you and feed and frenzy. So they are going to try to get through the wall. Not advised. And fail like a motherfucker. So let's start up the chainsaw and see what they get cut for. $38.
Sorry for that delay. I was harassing my cat.
All good. Basically, they go brrr, goes chainsaw wall, and they go.
Thorn wall go.
Exactly.
Get out.
If they would have stayed afraid, maybe they wouldn't have.
That's right. Maybe. Maybe not. And Knockers, it is now your turn.
Okay. I will. 10, 15, 20, 25. Move up here and go for this one.
Mhm.
And attack with my greatsword. Does a 17 hit?
It does indeed.
Okay. 15 points of damage.
All right.
As I force this vampire to make a very tough decision.
Do I stay or
About
do I go
the
now?
worst.
Yep.
If it stays, there will be trouble. But if it goes, it will be double.
Mhm.
More like quadruple, because I can't hit 40 damage in one attack.
Brrr.
Big chainsaw go brr, brr.
Precisely. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty. Talia, you are up.
Let's see. Talia first goes 5. This way. Then she uses her action to move the illusion
Mhm.
to this space here.
Above the 4, if I saw that correctly.
Right there. Yep.
Okay.
Causing the image of Castor to sprout angelic wings as it flies rapidly into place.
Go whoosh.
Yep.
Okay.
Terrified vampires. Make your decisions. And I end my turn.
Alrighty. Castor, you are up.
Or is Castor asleep?
No one
No,
truly
no.
knows.
I just have to. I got what I want to do here. Because the things that wouldn't make me have to do an attack are a bit stronger than I'd want to waste on a single vampire minion that's in the corner hiding. Why can't daylight be actual sunlight? It makes it easy for me. Oh well. I'd like to move to here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna guiding bolt at level 1.
And where is your target? Okay. The 29 is a hit, and it is also a crit for 33 points of damage.
Huh?
They have been guided.
Ooh, directly into the fucking afterlife, apparently.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay. They are still standing, but they are not doing so hot.
Can you link Guiding Bolt to the feed real quick? Thank you, because I was going to say, I think it has some extra benefits there.
Advantage on that target till next turn. For the next attack roll.
Awesome.
Right.
Cool. Just want to make sure in case it tries to flee.
All right,
Also
so
going.
now it is this vampire's turn, who they are now currently peeing themselves a little bit because of the image that got a lot closer, and they try to run away, and they go brrr. And they fail. So the wall go brrr for 32. And they chill on the wall now. They live there. And the next vampire, who's down over here, still has to try to flee from Castor because of distance is still too short. And so they attempt to flee through the wall. And the wall go brrr for 27.
Man, I'm fucking really loving these like nat ones all up in these fucking dice rolls tonight.
Good thing
So,
you're getting plenty of chances to roll them.
so the vampire moved outside the wall by 5, but can no longer see Caster, so they are now safe. However, they only have one leg.
I just want to point out here, this is me continuing to be really salty. I just want to point out every roll that I've done that has been 7d6 has had at least one natural one in it. I
This
just
is
want to
true.
point that out because
This is
I'm
true.
really salty about it.
Some of the rolls have like, 3 7s and an 8.
I don't care about that.
It's fair.
I only care about the ones.
You want the brr.
They could all be 2s. They could be just solid 2s across the board. I wouldn't care. It's the fact that I have a natural 1 at least in every single roll.
It's to be noted that if she had actually rolled all 2s, she would indeed care.
Right, right.
Shut up.
Because it's too low.
You're
It's
next.
no damage. Alright. So that vampire made it out with one leg and a lot of open wounds. And is now this vampire's turn, who was wandering around trying to find a way back into the fight because they hungry. And they see the other vampire popped out and they're just like, oof, you look pretty fucked up. But I'm going in. And they try to go back through the wall. And they roll a 4. So wall go. Oops.
Oh my god. Bitching actually worked.
It happened.
Notice you didn't get a single 8, though.
That's fine. That's fine. I have
So-
7 7s. It's fine.
They moved into the wall. It went a little ow. They gave a little blood donation, and they're still kind of all together, but not really because, they may leave some things behind when they try to leave. Ash, it's your turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna move up this way. What's this blue box again?
Blue box is the image of Caster.
Angelic,
Okay.
godly caster.
I'm gonna move here, and then I'm going to thorn whip the beastie that's next to Nokris.
Okay. Whip it up. That's a hit for 9.
That's my turn.
Do-do-do-do-do. Maybe one day you'll have real wings. All right. So end of your turn. Azzy, you're up.
So, question.
Mhm.
If I manage to shove this creature here from my direction, can I force them to go into the vine wall? Since
They
You know.
can't. They can't go into the wall.
I just wanted to
They
make
can
sure.
go into the vine wall, but they can't go into the stone wall.
I mean, he can push pretty hard though.
Did you see what he did to the stone door?
Alright. I'll take my 2 attacks first.
That is a hit. And that is a hit. So
Okay.
7.
And would you like a strength save or a strength athletics check?
Give me them athletics, boy. Okay. Guess what?
Yeah!
Wall go. brrrr.
I love this thorn wall.
I mean, I guess for the sake of argument, I need to roll a dex save. Okay, 13. I was like, for
Okay,
the sake of argument, I guess I have to roll it because technically, I guess, they are entering the wall. So,
Yeah, but it wasn't like they were entering the wall. They fell into the wall.
right, right.
You're goddamn right, I did.
All right. Is that now the end of your turn? You've sufficiently pressed all of the vampires into the wall except for one.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move here.
Okay. And thus concludes the turn of Azzy.
Yes.
All right, so first up, this particular vampire right here who needs to flee from caster. So we're going to move. So Azzy, you get an opportunity attack. Hit for 5. And then they're going to move here, and then they're going to move here. And now, Talia, you get an opportunity attack.
Yay! With advantage against that fucker.
Azzy would get the advantage tonight. Azzy, roll again.
Well, he already hit. But, I mean, I
Oh.
guess it's only there in case he crits. But
Oh.
Okay.
Alright,
Close.
fine.
One fucking
Yeah.
shot.
I'll
Alright, so Talia,
dab
you get
it.
that. Get the poke.
Sorry, Talia.
Poke.
Oh, well, look at that. It's what, 16 because sneak attack is
Yep.
active. So 16
Yep.
damage. Okay. And then they got what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So if I go, they need to go here. And that should now be 30, but they can no longer see caster. So they think that for this very moment, they may be okay.
Are you sure about that?
They may be okay.
Yeah.
And that is the end of their turn. There's now this one who is stuck in the wall. And I guess technically they can still see caster because the wall is not impeding their vision for their ability to see it. So they have to try to flee. So they will attempt to flee. And they rolled an 11, so they go... and they take 21.
Thorn wall.
Which is unfortunately enough to rend their limbs from their body, and they go.
I just want to point out real quick. She asked for all 2s, and 4 of her rolls there were 2s. So
Okay, I didn't ask for all 2s. I said I would be okay with it being all 2s as long as there weren't any 1s.
that's the same thing as asking for it.
No.
Wow, that got real. Got really real.
Just
Oh,
subtract some
my-
numbers from the others. That'll be
Guys.
fine.
Oh, my blood isn't working on my screen, but it's working on the recording screen. Interesting. All right, well.
Hmm.
All right, so Nokris, you are up. There's
Okay.
not a whole lot to do, other than watch the wall bleed, but.
I mean, if you guys want to get in position for this, southern other thing we may have seen before I put my giant wall of death up.
Basically, I just stand right here and get ready in case one of them gets out and moves forward.
So you take defensive posture, so I will
Yep.
put you in a readiness for advantage/disadvantage should they get out and attempt to attack.
Okay, sounds good to
Push
me.
them back in. Goddamn.
Talia, you're
Everybody
up.
can shove. Talia is going to relocate the image
Okay.
to. Let's see. I need to figure out line of sight real quick. Well, easiest way to do that:
Draw some lines.
move to the doorway. Then I'll have line of sight to where I need to go
This is true.
because I still have an action left. So I will move the image to here.
You're gonna
That is
make
within-
it run towards you.
No, 120 feet of me. Yeah,
No, I mean,
Angel
but-
Caster's just gonna like whoosh and fly over that way.
I'm over here. Ah, I'm over here. Ah, I'm over
To be
here now.
fair,
Ah.
I do have a lot of movement if I wanted it.
Okay,
At the end
so
of the piece.
you have moved, and you have moved the image. Does
Yep.
this thus conclude your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Caster, you are up.
Would I be able to see the vampire from there? Or would I need to get
You
down
are
below?
unable to see the vampire from there. And the way to test is if you try to draw a line from you to the vampire, you'll see that it will impact with the granite stone wall. Even in that position,
Cut the corner.
that is cutting the corner by slightest ever bit, but it is. There you go.
You can see your butt.
I mean, people can see my butt all the time. Just saying. All right, so
I would
guiding
like
bolt.
to sacred flame.
Oh, sacred flame, even more.
Dex
Alright, so
save of 17.
dex save. Ooh, they rolled 18.
I wave, and then my turn.
Okay. All right, top of the vampiric order. This particular vampire is now going to attempt to get out because they're like, hey, the thing that was making me flee is gone. I can get my vengeance back upon you and feast. Ah ha 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 ha. And they roll 10 Brrr, for 44.
I just want to point out those 4 8s that are in there.
Yes, but the one.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Should have just had all 2s instead.
So they are stuck, and they have lost a couple limbs now from their struggles, but they are still all in one piece.
Very barest definition of a single piece.
All right, so it is now this vampire's turn, and they are basically going to take the longest bleeding trail that they can potentially do down here towards the crevice at half movement because they only have one leg. And we'll end their turn here. As they are attempting to flee into the confines of the chasm.
I'm gonna need you to roll an acrobatics check for them to make sure that they can actually hobble each time.
All right, here. I'll do it. No, let's see. 22, 21, 8. So they stumble. On the last movement, they fall over.
But before they stumble, they do some mid-air gymnastics just to show off.
Right, pirouettes. Okay, so he down. There you go.
Thanks.
All right, so next vampire on the wall is going to attempt to come back out again because they're like, brar, vengeance, rah, brar.
Pre-rolling.
Shh.
Oh, they rolled
Smart move.
23. They rolled the 23. They
Bitch.
are free into Nokris's waiting arms.
Shove them back in.
So you can take your attack.
Okay. I will do that. I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit.
Well, roll another hit.
Okay.
Because you would have advantage, and you didn't roll with advantage.
$16.
That is a hit.
Okay. So 15 points of slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then a D4. Extra 1. So
Okay.
17.
Oh, 17.
Or no, 16 in total.
Okay. It is out of the wall. It is pretty fucked up. And it is done with its turn. And now it is Ash's turn.
Darn whip!
You must whip it.
Actually, I'm going to move up next to it, and I'm
Ooh.
going to use Primal Savagery.
Ooh.
Nice. Nom nom nom.
And you hit for 11.
Cool.
And you shred it asunder
There you go.
into a violent, bloody mess on the floor. And your hands are now soiled with the ancient vampire blood of old.
Is there... Can I use my bonus action to drop my concentration spell?
Yeah, I think at any given point, technically during your turn, you could drop concentration if you wanted to. You have at will, you're
Okay.
able to do it, so.
I'll go ahead and drop my Thorn Wall.
Okay. Boop.
That's it.
Okay. As you're up.
My God, I cleared this fucking room for this vampire to run away from me.
Right? You cleared your room?
Yeah, well, on my last turn.
That's fair.
I can't seem to click on my token.
Try using the selection instead of the distance.
5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
You got it. Uh, 13 is a miss, and 11 is a miss.
Oh, dang. All that for nothing.
All right. It was a good shot. End of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now, in fact, that vampire's turn. And let's see. They are 5, 10, 15, 20 away from caster. So they got to go run away. This way. 1, 5, 10. Attack of opportunity. 25,
God
30.
damn.
35, 40, 45, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, they're out of range now. All right, so, what, 12 was the swing? All right, so that missed. And it ends its turn, because it had to dash. This is dash. All right, Nokris, you are up.
All right. I will move forward and attack this one in front of me.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
get him. Fuck him up.
Can do.
It is standing there watching you, holding one arm to its body that is no longer attached with its other arm. And you hit it for 9 points of damage. And it's, okay, 10 points of damage. And its
Is it-
second arm comes off, and it
Okay,
drops
it's-
both arms to the ground. And then it dies in a pool of blood.
Okay. I strike it as divine energy passes through the sword and just cleaves its other arm off, and that's the end of that.
That's right. The heavens sought it so. All right, Talia, you are up.
Being a wee bitch.
Kill it, Talia. Do it. Do it.
How do I want to kill it?
Oh, go through this secret door right here and kill this one.
You still, well, technically, you still have to open the door. Because nobody ever opened the door. Caster just
That's
touched it
true.
and activated the trap.
Caster
I
touched it and went boom.
I didn't even push it. I touched the door.
I know that. You just touched it. You jiggled the
That
handle.
was the worst part.
Oh.
First things first, Talia is going to move around the corner to here.
Okay.
Then. Oh, perfect. Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, let me do a wisdom save. 10. So they take 21?
Yep.
So they are suddenly confused by the voices in their head. So much so they begin frantically looking around and they can't get them out. And they start violently shaking their head to just jostle them loose. And they begin to smash their head against the locked door next to them until they crater their skull and die.
Oh, good,
Oh,
because
dear.
otherwise they were going to be fleeing. Again. That's the second clause of the spell. Talia likes fear effects, guys.
I assume this is now the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Caster, you're up. There's only one remaining target, and they are currently prone on the ground, bleeding profusely, while attempting to make the remaining about 10 feet to fall down a hole.
Can I use my action to open the door?
Sure. Let me just pull up the door information here. Okay, so you attempt to open the door.
Yeah.
It goes. Gung. Yeah, but at least no spike balls fell on you this time, though.
Yeah, that's it's an improvement this time. Let's see how far I'll get. 10, 30, 35, 40. And then I'll wait.
Okay. Very well. All right. It is now the prone vampire's turn. And they are going to continue to crawl the distance, going ever so slowly across the floor until they get to the edge. And as they begin to slide over the edge, they roll over on their back, and they flip Caster the bird as they drop down into the chasm below.
I wave as they fall. I don't think vampires like me, guys.
I wonder why.
I know.
I dismiss the illusion.
Thus ends combat.
All
With
right.
that, I actually remembered turning dead. Because I sometimes forget I have anything like that.
So, yeah, so basically at the end of combat, some of the bodies, you can search them if you'd like. There's a unholy mess that is now present in that room. It's funny because you figured, if anything, the torture devices in the other room would have potentially had a bigger mess, but no, the torture devices in this room have a larger mess than the one with actual torture devices.
Why is so messy with the thorns?
And the door to the north is now open.
What's in this room?
Okay, so upon entering the room, you enter a room which has the continuous, dull, dark flagstone tiling upon the walls, and the floor is covered in a somewhat beautiful-looking tile mosaic of different geometric shapes and patterns, and there is an awful, unidentifiable odor to the south side of the room.
I immediately check the ceiling for vampires.
Looking around on the ceiling, you find no vampires.
What's the smell coming from?
If you would like to investigate, you can roll for it.
I would like to assist him with searching for the smell. Or rather, the source of the smell.
Okay. Using your effectively sleuthful nose, you follow it to the source, upon which you find what appears to be the decaying corpse of 25 different types of spiders.
That's disgusting.
Giant spiders, mind you.
That's a
Potentially the sustenance which has sustained the vampires in this area.
great sign of giant spiders, guys.
Light a torch and burn them.
Very well. Oh,
What's this door over here?
This is where I'm supposed to be like, burp, 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 low oxygen warning. Oh, no. Oh.
It came across my mind. Trust me, I was getting ready to be sassy about it.
There's so much smoke you can't breathe. Oh, my God. No, it's fine. So, yes, the door in the southwest of the room. It is a stone door. Has its hinges facing you and has a normal-ish handle mechanism.
Can we get Ash to check for enchantments and then Talia to check for traps?
Which door?
All
That
right.
one over there.
The one in the southwest, yeah. So, Ash, I assume you're going to use your vision, your sight beyond sight. You don't see anything special about the door. Just a big ass fucking chunk of rock.
No magic on the door.
No magic. All right, Ty. So you can tell there are no traps here.
I can tell you that door's entire fucking family tree.
You can tell that this door does in fact enjoy playing the Pot of Greed.
But what does it do?
Great. So, is it locked?
DM, is it locked?
Would you like to try the door?
Azzy, we'll try the door.
Yeah, someone with more hit points should go first.
Oh wow, look at that. The trap required a 30 perception check.
So you try the door, and it is locked.
Okay, do you think?
So that's what? Just a
Dex plus
dexterity?
your proficiency twice.
Plus,
what
yeah,
we
plus your
remember.
double proficiency.
So proficiency bonus is +4, so 8. So +10. Yep.
Yes.
Can't type.
All right. So with your cunning fingers, you nimbly pop the lock, and it
So that
clicks
you didn't-
happily.
Does the lock drop?
No, it doesn't drop. It
Oh,
goes up.
darn. Oh, darn. I didn't pop the lock and drop it.
Mm-mm. No, unfortunately not. Maybe next door.
Okay. Maybe now Azzy tries to shove the door open.
Very well. You attempt to open the door, and it opens freely.
Fuck yeah. What's in here?
All right, you enter the room. You feel another sense of foreboding, somewhat evil presence. Everyone, please roll 1d4.
God damn.
And then, caster, go ahead and take half that damage, and everyone else can take the full amount. As the necrotic energies of this place take a little more off the top. All right. So upon entering this very room, you see, again, familiar dark flagstone architecture. Flooring, dull, dark flagstone tiling. Upon the northwestern corner, you see a large mural of various arcane patterns going from the wall up, curved onto the ceiling overhead. And you smell a kind of like sulfurous, vaporous, kind of pungently biting at your nostrils scent coming from that corner of the room as well.
Exploding runes. Oh, is Ash's detect magic still up?
Should be.
Wait.
I'm in the room. Do I feel any tingles?
You... Let me just double check before I say anything else.
We know the door is enchanted.
Yes, you can tell the door to the left-hand side, which is a stone door, tingles with magical energy. And you do sense a little faint signature of magical energy in the northwest corner of the room.
Hey, Azzy, I'd go check out that corner. Something's a little off over there.
Azzy, would you like to wait a second before you go to the corner, please?
That is the northeast corner of the room, by the way. Just so that you're aware.
I would
Sure.
like to cast light on one of my throwing knives I got and toss it at the corner, just to get some light over there in case.
Still have a light on my shoulder as far as I know.
What is that still up? I can't remember.
It should
Thought
be.
it lasted an hour, yeah.
Oh, so it's more so there's like there was out one of us walking into whatever it might be there to do the magic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Alright, one moment here. I have to pull up some information real quick.
There goes Azzy.
Oh wow, there's not even a body left to revive.
Okay. So as you cross the threshold, past into the northwest corner of the room, you activate a blade barrier trap. So go ahead and give me a Dex saving throw.
Big oof.
Oof. Okay, so
Hold on. Hold on.
do your rolly thing.
Not that it mattered, but what I did there was use Indomitable. You can reroll a saving throw that you fail. You must use the new roll.
Okay, so you roll the 7. The northwest room is now enveloped in a blade barrier trap. And you failed the save. So let me roll your damage for you. You take 43 points of damage, and then obviously you have the ability to negate, I want to say like 3 of it or something from your proficiencies.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the effect of this particular spell, I'll read it to you as you are now in the middle of it. You create a vertical wall of whirling razor-sharp blades made of magical energy. The wall appears within range and lasts for the duration, which in this particular duration is up to 10 minutes. Let's see. The options are you can make a straight wall that is 100 feet long, 20 feet high, and 5 feet thick, or a ringed wall up to 60 feet in diameter. This particular one is obviously not that big. 20 feet high and 5 feet thick. The wall provides 3/4 cover to creatures behind it, and its space is considered difficult terrain to pass through, so you will require an additional movement to get through it. When a creature enters the wall's area for the first time, it has to do, and it starts its turn in there, the creature must make a dex save. On a failed save, it takes the damage, which is the 6d10 plus 4 slashing damage. On a successful save, the creature takes half. So, you in it, my dude. Pretty much, yeah. And it's a cleric spell.
Yep.
Okay. So am I like stuck in this right now, or can I just move out?
I mean, if you would like to try to do another save to take half damage to come out of it, yeah. But right now you're currently stuck inside the trap. So you can stand in the middle of it and not continue to have to deal with the residual damage of the whirling blades trying to pierce through your body. Or you can attempt to leave it and have to see if you can survive the onslaught once more.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. I'll just move you to the epicenter of the spinning dervish of magical blades.
Is there anything here?
Yes. So now that you're there, if you would like to search for the things that were found in the area, you locate
A vampire lord.
a potion of protection from evil and a semi-magical item called a Stone of Weight.
Guess I have to add those like custom items. So.
Right. Yeah, the potion from protection of evil is basically just like you gain resistance from evil creatures / evil effects. So theoretically anything that would be either coming from or related to like necrotic or demonic, infernal, something like that, undead, all that stuff would be considered evil. So you would effectively take half damage from those sources. I mean, if you're evil.
Well, it's more like 90% of what I do that actually causes damage is necrotic.
He would take half damage if you were trying to apply necrotic damage to him. That's on you.
I just wanted to know what it would do to him.
And that's also if it consumes the potion, which...
What does a Stone of Weight do?
So, effectively, the Stone of Weight is exactly what it sounds like. It is a stone with a measurable amount of weight, commonly used for trade, let's say. It's like
a fucking doorstop.
It's effectively a doorstop, but it's a item which basically would be used in trade for having a precise amount of weight that is known. So if someone were to say, like, give me 3 stones worth of blah, 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 it would be one of those stones.
Like with gems.
Yeah.
Using a certain amount of gems.
How much does this particular Stone of Weight weigh, if Azzy's able to deduce that?
You want the real answer or my answer?
Let's go with your answer.
It weighs 1 stone.
Get out.
Like 14 pounds then?
roughly 14 pounds, give or take. But 1 stone.
So,
Go to bed, Junie.
That's very UK of you.
is there? Do I just have to wait this out then? This trap then?
I don't know. Do you want to wait it out? Do you want
Would you
someone
like
to
me to
help
speed up the
you?
process?
Like, I mean, there's a
That
lot
blade
of
barrier
options
would be
here.
very heavy.
Throw my stone of weight into it.
Okay, so
chippy blades.
you throw the stone of weight into the blade barrier, and the stone of weight becomes the 60 pebbles of weight.
Dang.
It's like
And,
throwing an ice cube into a blender.
If you want to retain all of the pebbles, you can go collect them off the floor later, but let's just assume that the stone of weight is no longer in your possession.
Thanks.
If we want to hurry, I could spell magic, but I only have 1/3 of the slot left after that.
Nope. We'll just well, I'll just sit here for like 10 minutes. We'll see what happens. You guys
I'll
go
do
on, keep exploring. I'll be fine. You guys don't need me.
I'm healing you.
we
You come out of the way.
you.
Talia, see if you can figure out how the trap is activated and deactivated, please.
Okay.
I do not want to enact a rescue mission, nor do I want to wait here any longer than we have to, because this place is slowly draining our life force, and I don't care for it.
I cast the spell magic at it.
That works.
Okay. The whirlwind of piercing and puncturing sword-like blades comes to an abrupt halt as they fade from existence.
Collect my pebbles of weight.
Okay, make sure you get all 60.
I'm gonna add them individually to my character sheet.
Now we're
I'm
talking.
gonna heal Azzy for 21 points.
Thanks. I'm fine, really, though. You should save that for somebody who needs it.
Considering what's happening, you might need it though.
I mean,
Go to the one who
let's-
goes into the open and gets hit by traps. Remember?
Oh, you're one to talk, Miss Falling Rock.
I can
Yeah.
heal myself. I tap myself and I'm good.
I think that's his point, though.
Heal myself. I'm fine.
These are some of my least needed things because I'm not really. The staff isn't super practical for in combat to pull out.
All right.
I sort of need
So
that
here's-
hand to punch things.
Here's my suggestion, right? How about we leave the area, get away from the necroticness for a day, give ourselves some time to recoup, get all of our shit back, and then we continue on to floor number 2.
How long have we been in here, Junie, out of curiosity?
As you've been moving around through the rooms and everything, I'd say it's probably been maybe like a couple hours. So,
I mean, it's not like anything in here is going to move. You know, it hasn't moved in X amount of years, you know?
Yep.
I
Until
like
that's
to
the
move
horde
it,
of
move it,
vampires.
move it.
Okay, outside of all the undead, alright?
The regular dead seem okay at least.
Can we call them re-dead, please? I like that better.
Or they are pretty re-dead at the point.
Let's just get through this last door over here and then put enough distance between ourselves and the area to recoup.
Before we go down the one remaining door.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want to go back outside, basically long rest, and come back on another day.
Yes. Well, we'll have to leave the area because while we were resting before, we didn't get a long rest. We actually woke up and we experienced our first bit of necrotic damage.
Right. Yeah.
I woke up feeling like crap.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
It
Ah,
was
yes, the
not
stink of
pleasant.
death smells like the slums.
I'm fine with that. Junie, as we've been exploring this place and this corruption that has obviously kind of gone throughout this place,
Mm-hmm.
is it reminiscent of anything I've dealt with prior to this?
No. No, it is not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if the plan is to fucking leave, then let's fucking leave.
If we're resting, I could also get rid of the enchantment that's on the door we were going to go through.
Yeah,
We are
exactly.
resting after this.
Well, what this does, in addition to that, is give us a clear path out of here, should we have to make an emergency exit.
Yep.
I'll cast a spell magic again at the door over here then.
Very well.
Do I need to roll, or is it a third level or above?
You do not have to roll. So you cast your dispel magic upon the door to the west. And just like that,
Feels okay.
you hear a discerning click.
It was like that locking thing from the inn, I'm assuming, since there was a click.
All right. If we're all in agreement, let's go ahead and get out of here and recuperate.
GTFO.
First floor
Okay.
of the dungeon cleared.
Yeah. Are you gonna actually open the door?
I'll
As
do
you will.
it.
Okay.
One of you do it.
I turn the doorknob.
Should we take a bet
And-
if it goes pop on one of them?
And it turns
I push it open.
as the
Or pull it.
door begins to open. You hear like a breath-like shuffling of noise from the ceiling.
Oh fuck.
I look up. Oh, that's not pleasant.
As a grouping of giant spiders
Lovely.
descend down into the room upon you.
Ooh, no.
Come back next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Could we please
I'm-
stop having things drop from the ceiling?
Have
Not
to
in
burn
here.
some spells now that I know we're resting after this, at least next week.
That's right.
So yes,
Blow all your spell slots,
effectively,
fam.
I will pick up from the start of combat and rolling initiative and all that stuff next week when we sit down to play, because this is a fairly
Yep.
decent stopping point.
Woo!
It's worth noting that if you had opted to not open that door and go around the long way, you wouldn't be fighting spiders right now. But now we are fighting spiders.
I was just putting that there as a reminder for myself, by the way.
Right, no problem.
Normally, if it was an extra fight, I think it'd be okay with it because, you know, extra XP, but that's not a thing for us.
Extra
Milestones. But who
chance of
knows?
Venom.
Maybe when you complete this particular area, you'll gain a level up because it will have been a more trying and not as trivial dungeon to have gotten through.
Don't lie to
Trying
us.
and trivial. Okay.
I'll get us all warmed up for the demi-lich at the bottom.
Well,
Don't
don't
scare me
quite-
like
I'll
that.
make it
Demi
worse
liches
every
are
time.
bad.
you don't quite know what it may or may not be.
Yeah. You've
I'm just making
already
it worse
eaten a
every
trap
time
in
I
the
say
face,
it.
my friend. I'd be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, please don't say Demi Lich because if there's anything worse than a Draco Lich, it's literally just a Demi Lich.
That's
They're
why I said it
awful.
this time. I said Draco Lich last time. I'm escalating.
Didn't we all guess Draco Lich at the bottom last time?
Yes.
No.
Well, some of us. Some of us just